Hi everyone, I'm really excited to introduce Bruin MCP to you. As you know, Bruin allows you to ingest data, transform data, and check and ensure it's governed within the same pipeline, all using code. And while we were trying to make human beings more productive, we ended up accidentally making agents more productive as well. What we have essentially done is we have built an MCP server that allows us to expose the same capabilities Bruin CLI has to your favorite AI agent. In order to demonstrate that, I have Cursor opened up, dealing with like a Google Analytics pipeline for a mobile gaming data pipeline. And what I'm going to do is I'll simply say, take a look at our events table, extract useful metrics and put them into users daily table, make sure the numbers are accurate, because why not, and run it for a single day. If the numbers look good, run a backfill. What this will do is essentially the agent will first attempt to learn a bit more about what Bruin can do and understand better about its capabilities, and then it will start dealing with the data. As you can see, it first interacted with the Bruin Get Overview tool, which allows the agent to know a bit more about what Bruin can do and its core capabilities. And we also have a couple of other tools that allows us to expose our documentation to the agent. The second thing is you can see that agent tried to run some queries and then got some alerts. And the interesting follow-on there is that the agents are able to get that feedback from the CLI itself and iteratively get to a better solution by themselves. I'll leave this running for a while so that you can see that the agent will start interacting with the data itself. What it's doing essentially is running a bunch of queries on the upstream table to understand the available events, and then to come up with bunch of metrics that it would be able to use on its own. And once it identified some of the details, it will essentially introduce them as metrics to the new table as well. While this is working, I would like to call your attention to an interesting point, which is not something your usual, just like a one-shot LLM calls cannot do. In this case, while examining the data, the agent discovered that there are some rows where user ID is null, but the user soda ID has values. This is an actual real bug in this pipeline. And the agent discovered the issue, and it will now calculate the metrics according to that, and will then update the metrics based on using that actual number. You can see that it's very effectively using the Bruin query tool, which allows it to interact with the data warehouse itself. In this case, this is a BigQuery data warehouse, but the same capabilities work across BigQuery, Snowflake, Databricks, Postgres, Athena, Redshift, or any other data warehouse that you might use. And you can also use the Bruin MCP to create dedicated development environments and get all the results available to your AI agents without breaking the production capabilities. I'm really excited about this because it allows us to open up new avenues of productivity, and it also highlights some of the strengths of our design decisions when we're designing Bruin, which is making everything version controlled and stay in code, make everything from ingestion to transformation to quality all the way within the same structure and same framework, and bring all the metadata closer to the individual assets. Given that everything stays in the file tree, this allows the agents to use the existing tools, and with the capabilities Bruin CLI exposes to them, the agent can now act much more productively dealing with the data itself. You can quickly see that it actually iterates on the tables and the data structure and identified some problems, and now it will update the actual table itself to add the new necessary metrics to the asset itself. You can see that it very quickly calculated a bunch of updated metrics, such as different level start, level complete, level failure events, calculated scores, virtual currencies, and it also found and fixed the problem with regards to the user ID being null. It ran the asset now to refresh the table. It got an error. Now it's going to actually iterate on fixing the error itself until it captures it right, which is actually very, very similar to how a human being works anyway. All in all, I'm incredibly excited to expose this capability. This is all open source. Everything you see on my screen right now is completely open source. You can run them on your own computer. You can connect it to your own data warehouse. You can connect it to any AI agent that you might be using, including Cursor, Claude Code, Codex, AMP, or any other AI agent that supports MCP as a protocol. You just need to have Bruin CLI installed and configured locally. That would be pretty much it. In the meantime, I'll give this a quick minute to succeed. You can see that it tried to it ran the query, got an issue with regards to the column structure changing. It ran a full refresh query, which allowed us to refresh the data, and then now it's understanding, it's running queries on the generated version of the data, and see if there are any other problems with the underlying data itself. So let us know if you have any questions, any feedback, any notes, or anything else that you would like the MCP to be better. All of these are open source. We would love to hear your thoughts and feedback on what can we make better. And please let us know how can we make you and your AI agents more productive with this upgrade. Thank you so much. There we go. If you want, the agent can actually create a pull request for you, and you can automatically merge and deploy this, and you can run Bruin against your production data warehouse as well with all of your new metrics added, and you can then take a backfill whenever you want. Hope you like this. Thank you so much.